Hello, everyone. It's Latoya coming to you live for Financial Friday. We're going to give a minute or two to, give people time to join in. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. Mine has been really busy today. Um, so, Today's topic is going to be, this week's topic is going to be on basically preparing an emergency fund or preparing for a rainy day. We're going to give it a minute or two here and, give some people to chime in and we'll get started. Excited. So, for those of you joining in, today's topic is going to be preparing for a rainy day or, basically creating a savings. So I don't want to keep you too long. I know everyone is busy, but just to give you a little tidbit, as many people know, a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, unfortunately. I would say well over 60%, which is staggering. And which means if an emergency does happen, say a flat tire or a dental visit, ER visit, may have to travel out of town for a family member's death. That means over 60% of Americans can't afford to do any of those things. And they're all emergencies. And this is the thing, emergencies is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, going back to the topic of, we spoke on a couple of weeks ago on the offense versus defense. This is where your defense plays come in because you're already prepared for an emergency, so you don't have to, So if you have, say a flat tire or ER visit, you already have that stashed away for that reason. Also, with that, because people don't have savings, and I would just say probably an emergency fund. They tend to go to, family members to borrow money. They tend to go to payday loans, using their credit cards, which have a high interest rate if you're not paying them off every month, things like that. So, with that being said, when you prepare in advance for an emergency, it alleviates a lot of reactive incidents as say having to borrow money, whether it's a credit card, family member, or a lender. So today, I just want to give you a few tips on how you can actually save. And also, I want to give you a definition of a real emergency because some people like to just throw that word around and it's not really an emergency, okay? An emergency involves something that you can't prepare for. Case in point, a flat tire, a car accident, your child is running a fever and having to go to the ER. As I said, a family member passing away. Those are true emergencies, okay? An emergency does not involve Christmas shopping because when Christmas is every single year, December 25th. You should not be going into your savings account to buy gifts for anyone for Christmas time. That's not an emergency. That's a lack of planning. Christmas is the same time every year. So you start in January, so you have that money for Christmas. So I just want to throw that out there, the true definition of emergency, because a lot of people, like, oh, well, it was an emergency, but A lot of the time, it's just a justification to get what they want and not what they need. I'll say that. So today, I just want to give you a few tips on how to actually save regardless of income. So my first thing is, if you don't have a household budget, you need to create one. For those that know me, my business is Genesis Enterprises, and I pretty much do everything on accounting and finance. The finance side is more personal finance, and a lot of it's from my own personal experience. Over the years. From being married to being a mother, being a wife, you learn a lot of things when it comes to finance. And not only that, I've been able to actually work in the field as well. So not only do I know the personal side of finance, I also know the business side of it as well. So with that being said, I want to just kind of give you guys some tidbit of information. And one of the services that I have is financial counseling. So I give tidbits on my Financial Live blogs, but if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of where do I start, I don't know what to do, I need someone to help me, reach out to me. The consultations are free and we can get you started on a path to financial freedom, because my ultimate goal is to make sure everyone has some sort of financial freedom in case an emergency comes. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, you may be thinking to yourself, well, if I'm living paycheck to paycheck, how exactly do I save? I'm going to tell you how. Even though most people live paycheck to paycheck, believe it or not, a lot of people still eat out. They still travel. They still shop at the mall. They still get their hair done, nails done. Regardless of their income, they still manage to do that. So my question to you is, if you're able to still do all of that and keep in mind the personal grooming and things like that, travel, those are luxuries. Those are not necessities. Those are luxuries, okay? So if you're able to do, say, a week you want to do $20, to get your, to get a haircut for our men out there, you $20 haircut. That's per week. Just in a month, you've just spent $80 on this just haircut. Okay. We can go even smaller than that. If you tend to stop at the convenience stores, and most people, that work outside the home tend to, go to the convenience stores, during lunch, in the morning, maybe for coffee, things like that. You're probably going to spend on average probably $45 per trip, if you're just by yourself. So I want you to multiply that, just say over 10 weeks. 10 weeks is a little over 2 months, right? That $5 a week you're spending in the convenience store, $5 times 10 weeks, that's $50 that you could have put away in your savings. So as you can see, also for my Starbucks coffee people, okay, that $4 or $5 cup of coffee, whether it's once a week or every day, that's money you could be socking away into an emergency fund. So what I want to make sure I tell you guys today is how to start. Start small. I don't care if it's $5 a week. Do something. Pay yourself first. Okay? Pay yourself first. So how you do that is, you wanna set a goal of $1,000. It's a great way to start for an emergency fund. You want to aim to save that first $1,000 within 12 months. Okay. If you divvy that up, that equals about 20. Hold on 1 second. I can give you the figure. If you do, say, $1,000 for the year, 12 months, there's 52 weeks in a year. That averages out to about $20 a week. Not bad, right? So $20 a week can have you $1,000 saved in a year. If you're able to put away more than $20 a week, that means you'll reach your goal even faster. So that's even better. Now, once you reach that $1,000, that money is strictly for emergencies. That's it. You don't need to be dipping in it to go shopping, to get your hair done. It's not for that. That $1,000 is strictly for an emergency in case something happens. And as I said, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it's going to happen, okay? So, with that being said, for those that are tuning in, I can give out a few shout outs. Sharita, thanks for joining. Tarvis, how are you? Hi, Terica. Hi, Lachey. Hope you guys are awesome today on this beautiful Friday. So with everything I've discussed, we're going to take a live Q&A right now. If you have any questions on saving, how to get started with your emergency fund, you're welcome to answer them now. For those that's joining in, does anyone have any questions in regards to saving? Our topic today was building an emergency fund. Everyone should have an emergency fund. You should aim to save your first $1,000 within 12 months. That's about $20 a week. And I gave a few examples on things you can cut back on in order to reach that goal. So an emergency fund is not really a luxury. It's really a necessity for those, especially for those that have children, because things happen. You know, that's life. So does anyone have any questions? Okay, Terica, awesome. You can definitely private message me. Also, for those, if you're not comfortable asking me anything live, you know, if it's something a little bit more personal, as I said before, I offer financial counseling. It's one of my services through Genesis Enterprises. That's GENASIS. And the consultations are free. I pretty much, just to give you a little tidbit of the program, I do a 3-part series. So the first part series is on credit counseling. For those that are trying to improve their credit or build credit, I can help you with that. I'll actually, it's not really as they would probably consider a credit repair. I do more of the educating in finance to make sure that the tools that I'm giving you is for a lifetime. It's just not something temporary. It's not a temporary fix. So my goal with the financial counseling is to give you lifetime information, something you can teach to your children. My part 2 of the series is strictly budget. How to budget. I actually do a income versus expenses analysis. I also do a debt to income ratio analysis. And these are all done through Excel that I built myself. Third part of the series is execution. That's my favorite part. Everything that I've taught you, we actually, you know, go line by line, everything that you're trying to accomplish, your financial goals. And part 3 is to actually execute everything that I've taught you. So for those that are interested in that program, it's financial counseling. The cost is $115. It's a one-time fee. That's it, only $115. And for couples out there, whether you're married, engaged, the price is $175. Okay, and it's a one-time fee. Once I receive that payment, we get started and we go. I'm pretty flexible with everyone's schedule. You know, I understand people work, you know, during the day, so I understand that. So for those that are interested, you know, just PM me, and we can get you started on that. I have a question here from Lachey. I'm trying to put away money for a rainy day, but it is so hard to do that. Great question. It goes back to what I was stating earlier, Lachey. Start small. You may can't do $20 a week right now. Do $5. I'm pretty sure that $5 you may be putting back into an emergency fund, you're probably easily spending that on a happy hour somewhere. It could be spent on, stops at the convenience store. Just start at $5. Just start there and see and see your progress. It's better than nothing. That's my thing. Do something. You need to save something. And that's a great question. Thank you for that. Does anyone have any other questions? In regards to saving? As I said before, those are just joining. If you're not comfortable with asking something live, you're welcome to inbox me for the, you know, regarding my financial counseling program. Just let me know. Consultations are free. I want to help everyone that sees my videos to make sure they are on their way to financial freedom. Especially, in our community, financial literacy is something that's not taught enough. And I decided, you know what, I wanted to answer my calling on making sure what I went through as a young adult, that no one else goes through that. Because digging yourself out of debt is hard. It takes work, but it can be done. If you have the mind to do it and your mind is made up, like, you know what, I'm sick of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm just tired. Let me help you get there. As I said, my prices are very affordable. For individuals, it's only $115. You get access to me for a whole year to make sure you stay on track. For couples, it's $175. I always say, if you can invest in others, invest in yourself first. And you're welcome, Lachey. You're welcome. All right, well, that's going to end today's Financial Live blog. I want to appreciate everyone for, I'd like to appreciate everyone for tuning in. For those that miss it, it's going to be on my timeline here shortly. You can watch it from the beginning. Also, go to my YouTube channel. I'll actually post a link here shortly under the comments. You can subscribe. This will be my fourth live video. I have some great topics, y'all. I'm telling you, it's some good stuff, good lifetime information. I have a video on financial infidelity. I have a video on offense versus defense in finance. My video last week was on rent to own contracts. So, yeah, go check them out. And I'll be posting the link here shortly. And I thank you guys for tuning in. And you guys have a blessed weekend. Bye.